今天凌晨1点36分，神舟21号航天员乘组张陆、武飞、张鸿章圆满完成第3次出舱活动，整个出舱活动持续约5.5小时。
目前，3名航天员已在轨驻留超过5个月，经论证评估，计划将在轨驻留时间延长约1个月。
神舟21号乘组航天员张陆、武飞、张鸿章密切协同，在空间站机械臂和地面科研人员的配合支持下，圆满完成空间碎片防护装置安装、舱外设备设施巡检等任务。出舱航天员张陆、武飞安全返回问天实验舱，出舱活动取得圆满成功。截至目前，航天员张陆已累计进行7次出舱活动，刷新了中国航天员个人出舱活动次数的记录。自3月16号圆满完成第2次出舱活动以来，神舟21号航天员乘组稳步推进空间生命科学与人体研究、微重力物理科学等领域实验试验任务，持续开展站内环境监测、设备检查维护、物资整理等工作，完成全系统压力应急演练、应急救生在轨训练以及出舱活动准备。目前，3名航天员已在轨驻留超过5个月，工作生活状态良好。为进一步深化验证航天员长期在轨驻留相关技术，充分发挥神舟22号飞船应急发射向空间站补充物资的综合效益，经周密论证评估，计划将该乘组在轨驻留时间延长约1个月。在接下来的飞天旅程中，航天员乘组将继续开展相关科学实验与技术试验，在轨迎接中国航天日，欢度国际劳动节。
The crew of Artemis II mission has given their first news conference since returning to Earth. Fresh off their historic slingshot around the moon's far side, the astronauts reflected on how the mission was able to unite people during a time of increased division.
We would also be remiss if we didn't thank the media, if we didn't thank the content creators, and if we didn't thank the world for just tuning in for a second and getting hooked on this mission. We were certainly hooked on this mission, but when we came home, we were shocked at the global outpouring of support, of pride, of ownership of this mission. And really, I think at the beginning, that's what the 4 of us wanted. We wanted to go out and try to do something that would bring the world together, to unite the world.
The sense I had was this sense of fragility and feeling small, infinitesimally small. But yet, this very powerful feeling as a human being, like as a group. And that is what, to me, is what I would try to share. I saw it in all these sites over and over again. I kept seeing that same thing and that same feeling. Small and powerless, but yet powerful together.
During their 10-day journey in space, the crew took some breathtaking photos of the moon's far side. This part of the lunar surface had never before been seen by humans from that angle. In addition to seeing the moon's far side, the mission also made history by breaking the record for traveling the deepest ever into space. That record had been held by Apollo 13 since 1970. This one, a little less stress than Apollo 13.
It's very hard to fully grasp what we just went through. And in these short, you just said it's been a week since we've been back, but it's been a week of medical testing, physical testing, doctors, science objectives. We have not had that decompression. We have not had that reflection time. So I'm basing this on what we saw. And when the sun eclipsed behind the moon, I think all 4 of us, I turned to Victor and I said, I don't think humanity has evolved to the point of being able to comprehend what we were looking at right now, because it was otherworldly and it was amazing.
But when the drogues cut away, we went back to free fall, and watching that on the video felt almost the same way it felt in the video, or in the vehicle. I would tell you, I've never been base jumping, I've never been skydiving, but if you dove off a skyscraper backwards, that's what it felt like for 5 seconds. And then the pilots and the mains came out, and it was glorious.
Yeah. So many amazing things. When people ask what's the most amazing one, and you can't pick one. There's just so many amazing experiences we had. But overall, where I keep coming back to is what kept grabbing my attention when the lighting was right and we were looking out the window, is that I kept seeing this depth to, I guess, the galaxy, for what we were visually observing out there, this depth to the galaxy that I just had never experienced before. And it's not that I could tell which stars were really closer and further, because it has to do with how bright they are, but because of how bright they are and their differences, they look like you can tell where they are in 3D. That was mind-blowing for me.
What I've noticed, which is completely different from my first flight, and surprisingly so, since my first flight was so long, is every time I've been waking up, or in the first few days, I thought I was floating.
100%.
I truly thought I was floating, and I had to convince myself I wasn't. I guess the thing that might be hardest to convey, no matter what the platform, would be how much it meant to us to bring everyone along with us, and how much it meant to us to hear that the mission had an impact. I cannot overstate how important that was to us. It was every bit as important as accomplishing the technical goals, and being there for our NASA teammates was to make this the world's mission, and for it to have a positive impact on as much of the world as possible.
Have ever traveled from planet Earth. We do so in honoring the extraordinary efforts and feats of our predecessors in human space exploration. I can see the entire moon that they're
main chute deploy. We're at 5,000 feet. Jubilation here in the flight control room. The first crew member is out of integrity.
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角 ，KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主。我的最爱，我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中，下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。